It was all good just a week ago. Now I'm wearing the same clothes a week in a row. Try to scratch back. Would she take a little check from a little child? Like, you can have that. You have belief in me. Or would you be for me? It's a good life, the only thing she needed from me. Would she roll out? Is she so out? When the stove's out? Or will she hold out? When the money goes, will the honey stay? When the gray skies replace the sunny days. Hey, hey, hey. When the money goes, will the honey stay? When the gray skies replace the sunny days. Hey, hey, hey. And your friends know what hoe get it info. But let's say that I didn't buy Benzo. What they say, girl, why you still with him for? And if so, babe, why you round this? All they see is paper, not potential. They don't have a back when he's in limbo. And I ain't asking you to do it like big with me. I don't want you to die for me, baby, live with me. I'm just saying when the going gets rough, don't forget all the shines at the time I was showing up. Show me the same love, show me when blowing up. Told me it was right.
I get local people like yourself.
When the money goes,
cut this down.
when the honey stay, when the gray skies.
All right, 1, 2. Yeah, we still doing this, y'all. Let me get this mic. Look at this mic is bring it that way.
All right.
Yeah, cause that's a professional mic, and you don't got that power like this one, so you gotta talk right into it. But we got a doctor in the house, and I'm not talking about Dr. J. Even though that's my favorite man, you know, that doctor couldn't save lives. He can only save games, I guess, and I'm glad they won it in 1983, the championship. Shout out to Dr. J. But I got a real doctor in the house, a real doctor.
PhD.
PhD?
Yeah.
All right, hey,
clarify that.
Hey, a doc is a doc. Hey, that's all I know. PhD or MD, it still got a D in it. So we got the main doc in the house. He represent organization that represent our community. He didn't bring his theme music today, so I'm going to let him introduce himself. You know how we do it over here, 1690 AM to 1. Our guests, they take over the interview. You know, they got the power. You know, I'm just providing a platform. But we're gonna let him introduce himself with his own adjective, verbs, nouns, prepositional phrases. So how you doing, sir? And introduce yourself and let the people know why you come here today.
Thank you. Well, I'm Richard Brown. I'm the CEO of Charles Drew Health Center, which is a primary care facility that provides medical services, dental services, and behavioral health services to the people of Omaha. Okay. We are located at our main site on Grant Street, which is 2915. But we now have 12 sites in the Omaha area.
12? Now,
Yes.
Now I do read, and so you guys partnered with OPS, is that correct?
Yes, well, we have several partnerships.
Okay.
Our partnership with OPS is for the school-based health centers that we manage. That's a partnership between Omaha Public Schools as well as Building Healthy Futures. Mm-hmm. We have primary health care services in 4 schools, 2 elementary, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. The high school is Northwest, and then we're in Kellam, we're in King Science, and Belvedere.
Okay. And also, I interviewed a person from Siena
Francis House?
Yes.
Yeah, our Siena Francis House locations are the sites where we provide primary medical services to the homeless population in Omaha.
Okay.
And we have some funding for the federal government, and we provide most of the health care services for the homeless in Omaha. So that's where those 2 sites are. One is Siena Francis House. One is Catholic Charities, and they're real close to each other.
Okay.
All down around 16th Street.
What are some of the other services that we might not know that Charles Drew provide?
Well, we're a comprehensive full-service organization. We provide dental care. We provide care for the whole body.
Okay.
Physical health, mental health, oral health, and we provide services for the entire family.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of wraparound services that we have, support services, enabling services. There's a WIC program, which is a Women, Infants, and Children Supplemental Feeding Program that's designed to ensure that young mothers and their infants are fed well and have their nutritional foods made available to them, the formulas and vouchers where they can get nutritious food to keep mothers healthy, keep babies healthy. And so that's a program. We also have a Healthy Start program, which is involved with infant mortality reduction. Omaha, I guess about 15 years ago, was about #1 in the nation for infant deaths.
Oh, really?
And through a grant that comes from the federal government, we're able to secure funds to make sure that we get involved in doing case management for young women who are pregnant and those who have delivered and who have children. We make sure that those kids stay healthy. We have case managers that go into the homes.
Okay.
We have transportation for them. They make sure that the homes are secure in terms of being a place where children can thrive.
Right. Now, are you talking about SIDS, or are you after birth, or
Yes.
or during birth, or during the process
After.
of birth?
After birth, it's mostly focused on, sudden infant death syndrome that
Right.
exists, and so. But we start at the beginning when we know that a young lady is pregnant. They can come to us and receive services. We refer them for prenatal care, or if they're getting it somewhere else, we still provide services for them before they deliver. And we give a lot of classes and information and provide education to make sure that their babies are healthy when they're born. And then after they're born, we continue to case manage them to make sure that they have the proper cribs and that they're placing the babies in the cribs properly. We make sure they have some car seats if they need it.
Okay.
And whatever's needed necessary to keep the mother healthy and to keep that baby healthy, especially during the first years of the child's life.
Now, since you got that grant, has the death rate declined?
Yes, it has declined somewhat. And I don't have the statistics with me off the top of my head, but it has gotten better since 15 years ago.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of people, a lot of children are alive because of that program. And a lot of mothers are being well taken care of. And we actually have a Fathers for a Lifetime program, which was an outgrowth of that program as well. What we found out through research is that the ability of a female to have a healthy child and for that child to thrive, there's a need for the male to be involved.
Right.
And those who have a male involved, the success rate is higher than those women who are single and don't have that male involved with them.
Interesting. So statistics do not lie, and like I said, a male and a female is significant in the child's growth. Anything else? I mean, that you guys do in the community that we don't know about? Well, what else you guys got? I mean, because I've been enlightened. I didn't know that. When I was talking to the Sierra Fresa House, I didn't know that you guys were down there. So even third parties are giving you guys praise because of your services.
Well, our mission is to provide services to the entire community and keep everybody healthy. And so recently we received some funding to provide some primary care clinics in the Omaha Housing Authority towers.
The towers, okay.
Towers. And so we're in 4 sites there.
Okay.
1 day a week in each site. And we have a mid-level practitioner that provides medical care to them. and they have access to the services that are at the main clinic as well.
Okay.
So we provide some mental health services. We have transportation for them, and they can gain access to oral health care as well. And as we've visited with members of the towers, we know that they have a lot of healthcare needs, some of which are going unmet. I was talking to a group just a couple of days ago, and there was one lady that talked about the fact that she didn't have any health insurance, and so she wasn't able to get her teeth fixed, and they'd been pulled out, so she didn't have any dentures.
Right.
And while we don't have specific funding for dentures through this grant, we are going to figure out a way to carve out some funding to make sure that we provide dentures to those individuals in public housing that need it, because it's a need, and our role and responsibility is to try and meet the needs of the population.
Right.
So we're going to be doing that. We do that for the homeless population, so we'll do it for the public housing population as well.
What about because so I got a problem similar to that. What about just the elderly?
Well, the elderly has certain problems and issues that they deal with. If they're 65, of course, they're eligible for Medicare, which is a program that takes care of them medically, throughout the country. If they're not 65 and don't have Medicaid or don't have any health insurance, we provide services on a sliding fee scale.
Right.
And that has to do with making sure that we get services to them, but they only have to pay based upon their family size and whatever income they have. And so the minimum fee is $25. Sometimes they don't have that, but we don't turn anybody away, especially at the towers, because it's a new service. We know that healthcare needs have been unmet for a while, so we're going to do all we can to make sure that we take care of them as long as the money lasts.
Now, you guys got a special event coming up next week.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yes, Charles Drew Health Center is celebrating its 30th year.
Okay.
In Omaha. We actually was the first federally qualified health center in the state of Nebraska. And so each year we do have a annual dinner and fundraiser where we communicate to the community and let them know what services we provide, what success and progress we've made in terms of improving the health status in the community, and we tell them what we're going to be trying to do going forward. And so we use that as an opportunity to raise funds as well to take care of those that can't pay for the health insurance. Year before last, we spent about $2.3 million in funding, taking care of people who do not have any money for their health insurance. This past year, it was a little less, about $1.9 million that was spent. So we will be having our fundraiser next week on May the 28th. It'll be at the Hilton downtown, and our honoree is Senator Ben Nelson, who's been instrumental over the course of his career to channel some funds to Charles Drew Health Center for various services and projects that we have to improve the health. So we're excited about that, and would like to invite anyone who has an opportunity to attend to please come and see us at that event. And there's some sponsorships and some sponsorship levels, and then there's individual tickets and tables that's available as well.
Again, what date is that going?
That's going to be May the 28th, which is Tuesday of next week. It's actually the day after Memorial Day holiday, and we know people will have enjoyed themselves over the holiday, but we hope that they'll come out for a couple of hours to help us celebrate our 30th year and to help us raise some funds for the uninsured in Omaha.
Without a doubt, it's necessary. Anything else going on over at Charles Drew?
Well, we have a Benson Clinic, a site in the Benson area, which is located at the 5400 Radio Highway. So that's one of the sites that we have in which we're there 3 days a week. And again, we provide primary health care services for the most part. But again, if they need dental care or any of the other services that we have, then we can provide that to them as well. So currently we have 12 sites that we're operating in the Omaha area, which is a lot. And of course, with limited resources, it becomes a challenge, every day to make sure that we, provide health care for that population. So we see now about over 11,000 people individually and about 35,000 visits a year come through our doors.
Man, that's a great number of need. That's a great number of need. And so I used to live in Hilltop Projects right across the street from Charles Drew, 2417 North 31st Avenue, where the Walgreens is right now. So
Okay.
way back in the day. So I remember when that was a small building, and it just grew into where it is now.
Yes, the humble beginnings of Charles Drew started in what used to be a laundromat right there on that corner, and then from there we got funding and it expanded. We actually doubled the size of the facility in 2007 and went from 12 exam rooms actually to 23 exam rooms, and expanded our lab and our pharmacy. And so we've had some steady growth, but there's been challenges, and with limited resources and having steady growth, it creates, some challenges for the financial bottom line. And of course, taking care of a lot of uninsured who don't have the ability to pay for their services eats up the funds pretty quickly.
Right.
And we were pretty much using up all of our funds in about 9 or 10 months a couple of years ago, and we've had to take some action to become more efficient and provide a mechanism whereby we continue to take care of the uninsured. But Omaha in general has a lot of uninsured, and I believe it's 54,000 in the state of Nebraska, and quite a number in Douglas County.
Now, you said that there's a bill being debated. Now, if that bill was passed, would that 54,000 people be insured now?
Absolutely, the opportunity would be there. The Affordable Care Act, which is stimulating this, has been in existence since March of 2010. So this is the third year of the Affordable Care Act, and it's implemented in phases. And so this year, there's things that went into place, but 2014, January, is when all of the states have an opportunity to expand Medicaid and or develop these insurance exchanges to make available healthcare services for people in Nebraska. So there's about 54,000 people in Nebraska who do not have health insurance. They're uninsured. And if the Medicaid expansion were to take place, they would be able to participate in this Affordable Care Act and this expansion. But it doesn't look like it's going to get voted upon. There's a select few small senators who have filibustered and kind of blocked the vote, and it probably will not get voted upon this year, which is going to be very unfortunate, and we'll have to wait to the next session. So we're really disappointed in that, because we personally at our health center have over 5,000 individuals that are uninsured.
Right.
And we were hoping that those individuals would become eligible for either Medicaid or the health insurance exchanges. And so the fact that may not happen and there's only a few days left is going to create an additional burden on us as a health center and the healthcare delivery system as a whole. Because what's happening now with individuals who don't have health insurance, they don't go to a provider, don't go to a doctor. They just wait till they get so sick that they have to go to the emergency room. And so then the emergency room has to provide care for them because they can't turn them away if they come in and say that they have an emergency. But then the emergency rooms and the hospitals are losing money.
Right.
So the Affordable Care Act and the expansion of Medicaid would have helped the hospitals, would have helped us as a community health center, and more importantly, would have helped the patients who now are going without and or who are using the emergency rooms for their primary care.
Now, what's the difference? Now, it's Medicaid and Medicare. Okay,
Yeah.
Medicaid is for whom?
Medicaid is based upon your income and family size, and is mostly for females who have children.
Okay.
If you are a male and you have no job, no insurance, you can't get on Medicaid. Okay, but if you're female and you have children, then you can get on Medicaid and have health care services provided to you. The Affordable Care Act would have made it possible for single males to be eligible for Medicaid, which would improve the health of the population. As it stands now, if you're single male, and specifically if you're a black male, then your health is significantly at risk.
Right.
Because you don't have access to health care if you don't have a job. And of course, in North Omaha, we know unemployment is very, very high.
Now, so is that in committee or is it on the floor?
No, it's on the floor. They brought it up for discussion and debate about 3 weeks ago, and Senator Campbell is the one that was spearheading it, and they never did get it to a vote because they kept doing this filibuster, which is,
Some similar
stalling
to,
and using up all the time talking about other things. And then at some point, I believe the chairman or the speaker said we're going to table this because it's taking up too much time, and there was some thought that there was not enough votes to pass it. I think they needed 33 votes, and so they tabled it to talk about it perhaps later. But what has happened is that they've been talking about a lot of other bills and things that they need to try and get passed, intentionally blocking this bill from getting voted on.
Man, that's interesting. You mentioned that because men don't have rights. There's no men rights. This, if they would have messaged this correctly, I mean, they would have. I don't know how many men just calling down there because men don't have any rights. I mean, it comes to even child care, child support, anything. Men do not have. And we don't have any rights. So that would be a major move in regards to set up a campaign behind men rights, and because men be taking care of their children also.
Men, absolutely. Men, and as I mentioned earlier, we have a Fathers for Lifetime program in which we have men come in for a 6-week program, and we teach and we train and deal with the issues that they have as they're trying to raise their children, as they have issues with the court system in terms of child support and gaining access to their children who the baby's mamas are, and sometimes use the children as weapons, against the fathers. And that creates a lot of problems for those men and those fathers. And contrary to popular belief, many, and most, men, they want to take care of their children. They want to see their children.
Yep.
But they have difficulty with the court system, with the criminal system, with the baby's mamas. And so we have lots of people come in to talk with them. I mean,
Right.
Teachers and physicians and judges,
Right.
and attorneys and counselors. We deal with anger management. We provide them with a lot of information to try and help them cope with the fact that they're in this precarious position, and
Right.
that there's children out there that they can't have access to unless they bring a whole bunch of money to give to the mother, for the upbringing and the care of the child. And if they don't have it,
Right.
they're subject to get put in jail.
Right.
And
Et
how do
cetera, et
you
cetera.
make some money and take care of your kids if you're in jail.
Right.
Okay. I think the court system should, and now I'm getting a little personal here,
Right.
but they should not put men in jail because they can't pay child support.
Right.
If they want to put them in jail for something, put them in jail because they don't want to spend time with their kids.
Right.
And you know what? They wouldn't be going to jail a lot because most men, and it's been our experience, want to be with their children. They want to see them. They want to raise them. They want to have access to their, growth and development. But the system, keeps them from it.
It's like that. Omaha, Nebraska, the world. We've been talking to Dr. Brown. He's run Charles Drew Medical Center.
Yes.
They have a major event next week again. Doctor, I want you to let the community know what's going on next week.
Okay, we're having our annual dinner next week, May 28th, 2013. It'll be at the Hilton Omaha, downtown on Cass Street. The honoree and speaker is going to be Senator Ben Nelson,
Okay.
who has contributed very generously to Charles Drew Health Center and others in the Omaha area. It is about raising some funds for the uninsured and to continue to make sure that those who don't have any money but who are ill and need to see a provider can do so.
Without a doubt. Doc, we want to invite you guys back. We're just doing a telethon, kind of running people back to back, but I still want to get you some more time because this is very important. It's just like the issues of people getting their lights and gas cut off. People need those survivals access, and need shelter. You need medical care. You need food. You need shelter. You need water. You need all those things, and it has to be in high quality. And if we pay a basketball player millions of dollars, and but don't want to give millions of dollars to a hospital that serve thousands of people, then something is wrong with us in the society. And they just did I think a salary map, and most people with high salaries all across this country are football college coaches that the highest salaries. So I mean, are we sporting game or are we really about the people? And for those out there, this is a day of giving. Omaha gives. So if you don't give to us, make sure you give to Charles Drew or some other agency that you feel deserve the money. Just give. If you can't give money, give your time, give your service, give your knowledge, because it's necessary. We have to change the paradigm in order to change our society. Health is very important to me. I do not complain as long as I got good health. I'm good. I can fight anything. So I always thank God just for my good health every day. Because I hate being sick, man. I hate it. So I'm very blessed to have good health. My mom is 83, has real good health. So genetically, I think look like the future looks bright. But Doc, I really appreciate you doing what you're doing for the community. Maybe come back again next week. That's Tuesday. Maybe come back on Monday and just kind of remind people again, or have one of your spokesperson come over. Maybe have Miss Jackie Cook or something come over.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can have somebody else to come over. We're just super, super busy again with the limited resources that we have. Most of our staff are wearing 2 and 3 hats or have 3 and 4 responsibilities and have limited time to do what we're doing here. But,
Right.
We'll see what we can do, and we'd love to come back for sure. Again.
What? Make sure you come back, Doc. Just let me know what day we give me come back. Do it Friday morning. So just kind of let me know when you come back, just
Okay.
so we can do another reminder, because I think it's very important that we not measure with all the other voices today.
Okay.
So anything else you want to do? Anything else? Any shots out? Any? You got to control the mic. Anything that you got on your heart that you want to say to the community before we get out of here?
Well, I want to thank you for having me on. And the major message I want this community to know is that Charles Drew Health Center is celebrating its 30 years of existence, and this health center belongs to the community.
Mm-hmm.
This health center is for all those individuals who live in the Omaha area, and we want you to be a part of it. The board itself consists of patients. 51% of our board are patients of the health center. It belongs to the health center. It truly does, and you don't have that in a lot of places.
Right.
So that's my message. The health center belongs to you. Please support it financially. Support it by getting your health care there. And if you do that, it will continue to be here for another 30 years, and our community will be healthy.
Without a doubt. Dr. Richard Brown, Charles Drew Medical Center. We're doing it. Make sure y'all guys, are you guys participating in Omaha Give also?
Well, we're not participating. We didn't get the information.
Okay.
And so we weren't able to sign up. By the time I found out about it and called them and tried to get involved, they said that it was past the deadline. We couldn't get involved. So we will definitely make sure we're there next year. But between now and then and ongoing,
right,
you can give to Charles Drew Health Center because it's a nonprofit organization that's doing very good work.
Without a doubt. So just go knock on the front door and ask for Doc and say, man, I got some money for you, and let's make it happen.
That'll work.
We appreciate you, Doc. We appreciate Charles Drew Medical Center for what they do for the community. You guys are necessary. So Omaha, you make sure you guys support. Make sure you guys donate. It's a day of giving. If you give, you shall receive. Is that? I think that's a quote from God. But right. You cannot go wrong from there, man. If you give, you shall receive. You cannot go wrong with that one. Man, I love the mathematics of God. 1690 AM The One. You guys make sure you love someone. Peace.
With 4, and now DJ Augustine will come on. He's the backup point guard. But he'll team up with George Hill.
This is where Hill's defensive versatility comes in handy. He will slide over now to Ray Allen, and because of his length, George Hill has long arms. He should be able to handle Ray Allen on the perimeter.
Obadia got the step, and it's a charge met by Hibbert.
Yeah, he kicked him as he was going up right into the midsection to send Roy Hibbert down. Remember, this is what we saw in the semifinal round with Hibbert and the Pacers versus New York. Look at the verticality of Roy Hibbert as Shane Battier is going to the hoop here. Look at that right knee right to the midsection, sending the big Roy Hibbert.
You call that midsection? Is that midsection?
I'm trying to clean it up.
Somewhere in that general region?
For our West Coast viewers.
I know you guys will work it out.
Critics and audiences agree nothing compares to The Darkness.
Have I got your attention now?
It's epic and thrilling.
Let's go get this guy.
And now it's the #1 movie in America.
Fire now!
Star Trek Into Darkness, rated PG-13.
Take me back to 2002. Yuvo played jukebox. Forgetting something?
Who are you?
I'm you from the future, and this will protect you. Like my 2013 Optima helps protect me. It's an IIHS top safety pick.
Wait, what's my future like?
It's bright. Very bright.
Just give it a light and start the show.
What's the matter? I think I ate the bones. I think I ate the bones. I ate the bones!
It's KFC original recipe without the bones. White or dark meat, boneless and skinless. Get a 2-piece combo for just $4.99. Today tastes so good.
The confidence to take on changing conditions with Goodyear. And the family of Assurance tires. Goodyear, more driven.
The next time you fake wearing your seatbelt, remember this. Cops have been trained to spot seatbelt violations even at night. And they don't give out fake tickets. Day or night, click it or ticket.
The Acura TL has more horsepower than the Lexus ES350. More standard features than the BMW 335i. And the TL is one of the first 2 cars to receive the highest possible rating in the new IIHS small overlap frontal crash test. It's lonely at the top. The Acura TL. Luxury that performs.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers during the Memorial Day sales event.
No excuse for one of their guys getting behind us. No excuse. Okay? That's not us. We know when we do what we do, okay, teams can't beat us. Okay, that's not what we do. Okay? Lowest guy's got to be the loudest guy. It starts for you, but everybody's got to have vision. Move on to the next play.
Inexcusable is right. Indiana can't afford any plays like that in this series. I liked the expression he used. Lowest guy is the loudest guy. In coaching terminology, the lowest guy refers to the player furthest back on defense, underneath the basket, and he's got to be communicating to everybody. That didn't happen there.
Roy Hibbert is okay. Easy for me to say as he took that shot a moment ago, but the officials were discussing as to whether that offensive foul on Battier, who went ramming into Hibbert, was actually a flagrant, which would be most unusual, and then they said no, it was a common foul, offensive foul.
Flagrant on an offensive player.
Yes, y'all. I had to give you a touch of the game. 1690 AM to 1. Of course, yes, y'all. We broadcasting my man LeBron James, 18-18 against Indiana, Miami. I had to give you an update for those that were saying, "Hey, what's the game is on?" Yes. On 1690 AM. We just got through with Dr. Brown, CEO of Charles Drew Medical Center. Now I have two beautiful young ladies in the house, and they didn't bring their theme music. Did y'all bring some music, ladies?
We didn't know to.
You sure? I mean, y'all come to a radio station, you don't know to bring no music to a radio station? What you think you're supposed to be listening?
I thought the radio station provide the music.
Oh yeah, we do that too. But but if you're an artist, you're supposed to be bringing your tracks up here too. Now, like I said, we have these beautiful ladies. Oh, hold on, let me make sure.